Fisher, we've got a lot of activity around us, even though the weather's pretty crappy at the moment. We've got a fair bit of rain, but that's going to assist us in a lot of situations, especially up at Yukonbean River, Thredbo River, all the trout streams. They're going to really kick into gear. They have been over the last week or two anyway. The Yukonbean River's going crazy at the moment. There's a lot of big trout getting caught up the river. The old glow bug nymph situation seems to be the main system up there, and they're getting some very, very good results. If you're into using lures, spotted dog rapalas or similar type lures will do the job quite nicely. There's a fair bit of action in the Thredbo as well, and now all these fish are brown trout at the moment. It's a little bit early for the rainbows, another 4, 5, 6 weeks before the rainbows go up to spawn, but it's looking very promising. Anybody wanting to fish the lakes up there, they're doing quite okay. Fish off the beach with bait's been a little bit quiet, but the trolling hasn't been too bad. Don't forget this time of year, bigger lures, big spotted dogs or big transams, yakamitos, anything of that nature will do the job perfectly. So you get some really good results doing that. Anyone slipping across to Tentangra, just be aware of the weather, because what's happening at the moment is if it snows or gets rains too heavy up there, it's a bit slippery getting in and out. But the main entrance into Tentangra, or the front way, is pretty good. The back way is going to be a bit of an issue, especially if this rain keeps up. Burrinjuck Dam, we're getting some reasonable reports out of there. It's certainly quietened down considerably over the last few weeks, but there's still a few good cod getting caught. Haven't heard of any monsters, but some reasonable size, 60, 70, 80 is not that uncommon at the moment. Trolling seems to be producing most of the cod. There is a fair few yellow bellies still getting caught. You've got to look hard to find them, but shrimp are definitely the best bait. If you're going to use lures, the soft plastics, the little grubs seem to do the job quite nicely. The black Berkeley 3-inch grubs, pretty hard to beat at the moment. That's been the case for quite a while this season, so it looks real promising. Blowering, I would be concentrating my efforts at blowering right at the top end around Yoldy, Yellow and in through that area, and targeting trout more so than anything else. There is a few big cod still getting caught. Surface lure action up there is not too bad. A lot of hours between fish, I can assure you, but there is some big fish still moving around up there. Don't forget, the winter time up in Blowering is when the big cod get caught, mainly off the bank with big yabbies, grubs, anything of that nature. But that'll give you an indicator they're still there, they're still moving around. So if you want to put in the time and the effort, you will get some monster fish out of there. Compleat River, definitely worth a look, but because we've had a bit of rain, it looks like it's going to continue over the next week or so, or the next few days at least. I would concentrate my efforts right up near the Blowering Dam Wall, from Blowering Dam Wall down to the highway bridge. It always stays clear in that area. Once you get down where the Brungle Creek runs in and the Goobagandra, the water's starting to get really dirty, so it's probably not worth the effort. Murrumbidgee River around here, very good. It's low, still reasonably clean. The lobstering's going to be great from the 1st of June on. You'll get plenty of lobbies without too much trouble at all. There is still some good cod getting caught. You've got to move around a bit. I'd go from Berrinbed Weir up to Wagga. Below Berrinbed Weir's been a little bit quiet. Bundidgery Channel hasn't been too bad. Old Man Creek, haven't had a decent report from there for a week, but look, that's not to say it's not fishing okay. It could be worth a bit of a look in. Hume Weir, a little bit of activity out of there, mainly on little black grubs again, soft plastics bobbing around the trees, or slow rolling around the trees, should I say. The redfin are gone quiet there, the same as Burrinjuck, the redfin are gone really quiet at the moment. Wangler Dam, still getting some respectable reports out of there, so as you can see, there's a reasonable amount of activity in some of these lakes at the moment, so it's looking pretty darn good. If you want to go and chuck a lobby pot in from about the 1st of June, right on the 1st of June is when the season opens, from Albury down to Mulwala, I reckon that's another good option as well. So just keep that in mind. Well, this is the Compleat Angler's Fishing Report for this week. We'll catch you next week.